Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Oh, God, you guys. Man, I was expecting you, but geez, you still scare me. I don't get it. Glad you're back to hang out though, gang. We need to get some final buffing, some final touching. Get some shiny stuff on here. Make it look like a car. We got to show Ralph we're working on this thing. Not just sitting over here on the side. Let's get busy. We got lots of work to do. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Junks Automotive. Oh, you guys hurt my back. Got a few issues. You might be able to see some orange peel right here. It's there, trust me. What else? Oh, this right here. This is where I had the big sag and used the razor blade trick to trim it off. Well, that white fogginess is in the clear. It was too thick. So the outside, being as warm as it was, dried before the chemicals got to get out and escape. So they got stuck in there. I got another place over yonder that has done the same thing. Right here. So this is part of the bonnet. If anything happened, I had to touch up, paint that, and re-clear. I'd have to re-clear that all the way around. Re-clear the whole thing. So worst case scenario, I keep sanding until that goes away, and if I see green paint, we're done. We're re-clearing, redoing. And Ralph's not worried about it, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think he'd want to see that. You know, it's you can kind of see it. Yeah. Let me get some choice sandpaper. I might do it dry for just a minute, see what it does. Problem is that we may not be able to tell it until we buff it. Got the fan going again. Like I say, everybody needs a fan. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just about gone. It's not going to show up on camera very well. There's little bitty white specks. Maybe you can see that better. I don't know. You can almost see the little bitty white specks. Again, my theory, don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. But I just think this being a lower quality clear, put on a coat and it was too warm, so it set up too much. And then, you know, started putting my wetter coats on, and then the outside of it set up faster than the inside layers. And what happened is the gases can't get out, and those are bubbles. That's what those are. So for sort of like a solvent pop. It seems like the more I go, and you see this right here, right? That's a layer of clear. The more I sand it, it goes this way. Started with some 400. I know, 400 dry, just to see what I could do real quick. 800, taking my chances, I know. Then 1,000 wet and 2,000 wet. And it's just about gone. There's enough there that's still bugging me. So I'm just going to keep going over this with 2,000 wet and let it dry and check it out. I got to get a process. I got that place over there and a place on the trunk, a little ripply place that I got to fix it. So we're going to keep going until I start seeing green. Not going so great. I don't know if it's getting better or worse, but it seems like, yeah, you can kind of see it now, right through here, and it's moving. It's going that way. It's actually, well, don't mind the scratches, but see the little white dots. So what's happening is I'm cutting it down and it's getting full of compound, but straight on you really can't see it. So this has so much clear on it. As much as I've sanded on it and still haven't burnt through, there's your sign, ding dong. That's me. I'm the ding dong. Too much clear. That's what it is. That's why it's layering off like this. See that? I really don't want to repaint that and re-clear it. I've got the scratches here. I didn't worry about it too much. I just wanted to buff it, see what this would look like. So go over again, 1,000, 2,000, then 3,000. Buff it again, and I'm done. At least I can get the scratches out of it. I don't know what that is. Oh, compound. There's down to 3,000. I did it all by hand and to get the machines out, and I'm just not really. And I know you guys can't. You can see it right there. It's like the more I sand it, the more that stuff comes out. It's all through here. I'm gonna buff it and call it done, because you just can't clear over top of that. You've got to paint that. So I don't know.
Never been before. I seen things I've never seen. I won't go back no more. They say a bone case is rich, the devil keeps his own. You can hear the whispering of the damned underneath the stones. A bone case is rich, case is rich. A bone case is rich, case is rich. A bone case is rich, case is rich. Hair was long and black. She went up on Casey's Ridge, never did come back. I went up to find her there. I'm sorry now again, 'cause I heard two lovers laughing. So I got down and I hid up on Casey's Ridge, Casey's Ridge. Up on Casey's Ridge, Casey's Ridge. Up on Casey's Ridge, Casey's Ridge. Cases, rich cases, rich.
as you can see, it's shiny. Now, I sent Ralph, the guy that owns this fine automobile, a picture from about right here. And I said, if you like how it looks from here, you and I are on the same page. It needs wiped down, it needs washed really good, but I went over it with the fine waffle pad. And where's that? What'd I do with it? The Perfectix from 3M. That right there. So after you buff it, this cleans all the swirls. It's a super fine polish, basically. And that's our super fine waffle pad. Now, somebody had asked me about the waffle pads, said they never used them. You know what I like about these? Is they're super forgiving. You use that big old woolly haired thing, that thing will eat some clear coat off like now. I mean now. These won't. Not to say they won't, but they tend to peel off when you catch an edge or something. It'll go, and it doesn't hurt anything. And you get them hot, it doesn't seem to dig in little spots I've been fighting here and there. So let me show you what we ended up with. See that? It started back here, and the more I sanded, the more it kept moving. And now we can kind of see it right through here, which the windshield's going to go right here. You have wiper blades on there. It's probably, you're not going to see it. And there's a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see it right through there. And I shouldn't be pointing it out, because most people wouldn't even notice. And I, like I told Ralph, I could buff and rub and sand on this thing for the next year till all the paint's gone, and I still wouldn't be happy. I'm an amateur, so it's going to be an amateur at home in a shop barn paint job. Let's end this with a win and see if I can't make the front of this look a little prettier. Got the old grill out, or the old new one, and I made a video of fitting this in here when I was doing the body work, because this car had been wrecked so hard in this corner. This is a different fender from a different car, and somebody had to replace the bottom of the fender. It was a mess. And this whole thing was crunched in, and somebody had patched it in here and here. But I made a video of fitting the grill, because this is a recessed hole and that's where the grill goes. So I had to kind of mold my bodywork around the new grill, so I'd know it would fit after I painted it. Well, complained then that it didn't come with hardware, and it was metric hardware. Well, I went to take that out, and then the bottom of the styrofoam was hardware, and the little wiki-woo weather strip that goes around it, and wouldn't you know it, some instructions stuff. Now I don't know. Oh, there's pictures. Okay. Information always rules. Let's see. Background information. The finest reproduction shell ever offered for the MGA. The tooling for this product was created from scratch. Well, that's why it doesn't fit. Contents of shell and grill assembly. Okay, I'm bored already. Fitting the shell assembly. The ideal situation is to fine-tune and fit your new grill early in the restoration process while carrying out all preliminary bodywork. Okay, I did that. With body and primer, you don't have to worry about chipping fresh paint, and a competent body man, we're in trouble. Especially one with experience with MGs, we're in bigger trouble. Can fit the grill to the opening so that once the car is fully painted and assembled, the grill shell will fit as perfectly as possible. The car is already painted. Realize that chipping the paint is a real possibility. If you fit the grill, we suggest you put painter's masking tape around the opening of the nose to protect the paint, and proceed carefully. When offering up the grill, that's English, offering up the grill. I paid for it. They didn't give it to me. Anyway, let's skip ahead. Preparing the car. Jack up the front of the car. Nope, too lazy. Not doing that. Organize your tools. Nope, not doing that either. Check for fit one last time. Get a friend to assist you. Nope, ain't doing that. About the piping. To allow... gluing on the outer grill piping using super glue. I'm not putting super glue on that. You know what that thing cost? That cost 600 American dollars. I'm not putting glue on it. I'm going to fight the piping. Start with the upper right hand corner, offer up the grill, and have your assistant hold it in place. Place the lock washer and flat washer, start upper, repeat the process, slide under the car. I ain't getting dirty. Back to the top, adjust the grill. If you have an assistant hold the grill, maintenance. Okay, I'm over it. Let me get this all set up and get my tools organized. It's a good thing I like Ralph. He's a good guy. Well, this is quite the battle. I couldn't imagine trying to glue this on there. Maybe there's a way without getting super glue all on top of your nice chrome. I don't know. But I did figure something out. See, this little up here is not too bad up on top of the grill, but down here that's such a sharp corner, and it has to stay flat like this and then bend. How's it going to do that? Well, what I did on the other side, just so you know, do what you want, and it's probably the wrong way to do it, was I kind of looked and saw where it ends right down here. Took my little snips. We'll cut a little miter on the inside of that. It'll cut now. There we go. And that'll help me get it around the corner quite a bit better. So it'll be more like that now. I'm gonna cut a little more of that off. But I started at the top, kind of got it all worked in. Tightened up the top. There's some finagling I'll have to do still, but at least this way it'll go like that, right, instead of bulging in the middle. So we'll pull that in there, and then you got to kind of work it around, then you got to hold it in, get the bolt started. So I got to pull that out, but I'll save you the struggle. I'll show you when I'm done. It's fair. Still got some messing around to do. There's places where it's a little looser and tighter than others, but it fits pretty good for being as wrecked and walloped it was on that side. The whole thing was just I'll put the video link up here somewhere so you can see what it took to make it fit as good as it fits. And it took me 2 hours to peel all the blue stuff from inside there. It's nice they want to protect it, but why didn't they put it on the outside? They just bolted it, riveted it in the inside, and now it's stuck behind there. I can't get it out. All right, enough complaining. We got an unboxing to do. Up here on the workbench, I call a 57 Chevrolet. And don't worry, next week we're getting back on this. So it's still here. Next week, big video. You don't want to miss it. We have fender welt. This is enough to do all the fenders. And of course there's no holes in them, so that's going to make it real fun. That goes between the fender and the body, and yeah. Wiring harness. Cloth. Looks pretty factorious to me. And then here somewhere we have headlights, tail lights. Okay, this is tail lights with the little gaskets. Cool. And lenses and all that. This box, just this box, was $1,100 US. Looks like this box has been opened before. Yeah, headlamp complete. There's a gasket. Another kind of gasket. Trim ring. Headlamp with a bucket. And a little wiring harness. And some newspaper. I wonder what it says. Ooh. Look at that. Let's get some of these put on. Or at least try. Okay. Yep. Looks neat. I don't have the right hardware. So I'll have to get some stainless steel stuff for the headlights and the parking lights. The grill that they'll have to set for a little while so that little filler strip will get memory to it. We've got to take it back out anyway because I forgot there's a bumper bracket that bolts to the frame and it bolts to the bottom, and the holes are inside there. So I might as well do it all at once. Excuse me. But hey, we got something half done. Whew, well, man, you know, wasn't the best night out here in the shop barn, but we did get something accomplished. Front half of the car is looking pretty decent. We'll have to wash it all off and do the back half, wash it all off. I've got some silicone wax. It's really good stuff, and it'll make it shine. Try to put the valance on real quick just so I can see what it looked like. It won't fit. From a different car, so it's I don't think it's a big deal. And it's my fault not to mock it up and put it on there anyhow. Just kind of see what was up. But we'll be all right. We'll get through it, get it all figured out. Next week, Mr. 57 here. Hopefully I have a special guest to help me out. So, hope you guys have a great week and work on your project. Just work on it. You don't get much accomplished, be in the habit of going out there and trying. Sometimes it's a fight. Sometimes things don't go like you planned. Sometimes it takes 100 times longer than you thought. It is what it is. But if it was easy, everybody'd do it. If it was cheap, everybody'd do it. So get on out there, stick your nose in it, get to working. All right. You guys hang loose. We'll see you next week. Thanks for coming back and hanging out. I really appreciate you. Oh, snap, crackle, pops.